Hello and welcome back to this very long overdue episode of the podcast. Today we are going to be talking about Netflix, we're going to be talking about TikTok, we're going to be talking about a lot of fun things. We're going to catch up a little bit, so thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in just a second. Hello and welcome back to Chicken for Breakfast, the podcast where we have all the answers to one very simple question: what's cooking? I'm your host, Magic, and it is so good to be back. I apologize for the inconsistency and the little lack of content per se there for a second. It has been crazy. It has been a lot of work. It has been a lot of just life. It's been a lot. And I've always had these ideas on what I wanted to talk about in the next episode, and then we never got to the next episode. But here we are. We're back, hopefully on a regularly scheduled basis. Wow, I didn't stutter on the word regularly. I always do. It's weird. Anyways, it's good to be back. Thank you for tuning in to this episode. I really appreciate it. Without further ado, let's hop into it. So let's go ahead and start with life. Let's talk about some things going on. So, like I said, I've been working a lot. That's what's cooking. Just kind of been doing my own thing. And there's something really quick that I wanted to talk about a couple weeks ago, because I think it's important. It kind of ties into our previous themed podcast. So, welcome back to that portion of Chicken for Breakfast. I did a week where I knew it was going to be a terrible week. It's like the week I've worked the most in a long time. And I knew I was going to be working a lot. I knew I wasn't going to have time to do things that I wanted to do. I knew that it was going to be a terrible, terrible week. And I knew that going into the week. So I told myself, you know what? I'm going to be optimistic. We're going to go into this with a positive attitude. It doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter. My day is not going to be ruined for the entire week. I'm not going to let it get to me. I'm going to have a great week, optimistic, especially with work, I'm like, well, I know I'm going to get paid. I know it's going to be a great week. I know I need this money. So let's just go in with the best attitude ever. And it was probably one of the best weeks I've ever had. Even though it was by far the most strenuous and tedious, it was genuinely one of the best weeks I've had. And I really do think that's because of a positive mindset, and I know we've talked about that before, but it really does work. So I would encourage you to go into, not necessarily even a week yet, just go into whatever day you're seeing this. Go into tomorrow with that mindset of, you know what, I don't care what happens tomorrow. I've got this going for me. I've got life. I'm breathing, and just pick something and be like, you know what, it's a great day. It's going to be a great day tomorrow, and I'm not going to let anything get me down. And I know it sounds easy. It is so difficult. There were a couple times in that week where I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be... that was a week where I also said, I'm not going to complain. And there were so many times I just wanted to just let loose and complain, or I just said complain twice. Complain or just be annoying. And I had to refrain from doing that. I had to really focus up, and it's such a hard challenge. And I would encourage everyone watching to, do that. Try to take a day. Try to take a week. Try to just implement that into your life. Maybe don't get hung up on the things that don't matter, because that's something I'm working on with myself, and it'd be great if you wanted to work on that as well with me. So that's my little blurb on what's cooking in life, and I think we can move into movie show madness. Alright, so there's a lot that I wanted to talk about in this segment, so bear with me. So, even though we're kind of doing this show solo, well, we're not kind of doing it, we are doing it. We're doing this show solo, and so it's just me, and sometimes when it's just me, I feel like I don't have enough to talk about. But today is a different episode because I'm really feeling it. I really have a strong basis of a lot going on. So first of all, let's start with the new Jurassic World movie. I went and saw that with my girlfriend for her birthday. That's what we did. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. It was very nice. It was great to see I don't want to give too much of the movie away in case you haven't seen it, but it was nice to see the original cast. I know that's a known fact, so I can say it. But it was great to see the original Jurassic Park cast in the new movie. It was great. I really enjoyed the movie. I would highly encourage it. I would highly encourage to go see it. Another movie coming out, and I'm excited to see next month, is the new Thor movie. I love Marvel movies. I've been on the grind. Again, my girlfriend and I have been watching all the Marvel stuff. We just finished Loki. We're on WandaVision now. But I'm really excited for the new Thor movie. It is. I know it's going to be a banger. It looks a banger. So I'm excited for that. So hopefully we can do a movie review on the channel when that comes out. So stay tuned for that here in about a month. I think it comes out July 8th. So at some point in time, we'll have to do it. Show-wise, let's move to Netflix. Netflix has had a lot of good releases since the last time we had a podcast. One of which I wanted to talk about was All American. That is a great show. I don't like football. I don't like sports, but I love All American. There's a lot more to the show once you start watching it. It's not really football, and it kind of highlights high school life, kind of highlights college transition, and highlights different life situations and scenarios and how we can go through it. It's just all around a very well put together show. It encompasses a lot of important things, and that's it. I mean, All American is a great show, and I watched season 3. Season 4 is on Netflix right now. It's what just came out. But I watched season 3, and I was so upset that it didn't come out yet, that season 4 wasn't out, like the way it ended and stuff. So we're on season 4. I finished that already. It's a great show. Go check it out if you haven't already. Everything I review, I'm gonna say check it out because it's pretty dope. So yes, All American came out, season 4 on the Netflix. It's a great show. I can't wait for the next season. I guarantee there's a next season. But yeah, it's a great show. Another one that I started watching because season 4 of Stranger Things came out. Started watching that, and I thought it was overrated. I'm not gonna lie. I thought Stranger Things was overrated because I hadn't watched it. I just heard about it. It's decent. All right, it's cool. I like it. I see how there's a fandom. I see how there's a lot of a huge fan base. I'm not saying it's overrated. It's a great show, but it is not. It is not on my list of favorites yet. But I just finished season 2, season 3, and season 4 could save it for me. But it's not top tier for me quite yet. And I know, unpopular opinions. I know, but that's my hot take on Stranger Things. It's still a great show. I'm still gonna watch it, and I'm gonna enjoy it. It's still a good show. So there's that, and I don't think there was really anything else on the movie show madness that we wanted to go over. All right, we're gonna go on to Song Sonar. Alright, so, there's a couple things. There's been a lot of releases, and I had this whole list, but as the weeks continue, the list continues to grow. So I'm just going to throw out some highlighted ones. So, Surfaces, they've released, I think, 1 or 2 songs. Nick D, I think, released another one, which, again, love Nick D. So we've got Surfaces, we've got Nick D. But what I wanted to talk about, actually, was Drake. So, I'm not a huge Drake fan, and that's, again, another unpopular opinion. But it's not because I don't like Drake, it's not because of anything political. I just didn't really ever get into Drake, you know? But I saw that Drake released a new album called, it's something Nevermind. I think it's called Honestly Nevermind. I'm going to pull it up really quick, just because I was listening to it on my way here. Yeah, it's called Honestly Nevermind by Drake, and it is great. I vibe with it. I didn't know I needed Drake in my life until a couple days ago. But Drake, it's a great album, man. I know you're not going to see this podcast, but it's a great album. I love it. I love Drake. I'm more into Drake, I should say. I'm pretty sure Kid Cudi also released a new song, since we've been on the podcast. Like, yeah, for sure. And I know that was a decent one too. But yeah, there was a lot in music, a lot of new music going on. But I if you haven't listened to Drake's album, go check it out. It's a really, I would say it's more of a mellow, like it's one of those that you just kind of, it's not like a go hard and start dancing and everything. It's just more of like a mellow, nice beat. It's not like, I wouldn't say it's a banger, but it's for the aesthetic and the vibe of the song, it's great. You have to understand what I'm saying, I guess. I think it's awesome. I think it's a good album. It's great to just chill. It's great to just turn on. Maybe even, I wouldn't say it's background music, but a little more than background music. It's awesome. So that's that for Song Sonar. Really nothing else. I mean, we're not going to talk about TikTok today because TikTok is really had nothing going on, in my opinion. I haven't really had time for TikTok either. TikTok's been alright. It's been it's been a lot of Stranger Things references actually because of the new series, the new season dropping. But yeah, not a lot going on TikTok, so I think we can just move beyond that for this week. But yeah, thank you so very much for tuning in. I know it's kind of a weird way to end. Like I said, I'm going to try to keep this consistency going up. I'm going to be on vacation for the next couple of weeks here, but I'm hoping to get a podcast or two scheduled so that we can keep that updated. So we'll try to get you content, but I'm letting you know ahead of time. If you don't see one for 1 or 2 weeks, I apologize. It is not necessarily deliberate, but I'm at least giving you a heads up, and I will do my best. And hopefully I have some good news for y'all. So hopefully we got some content coming. It's amazing. Let's do some collabs with some different YouTube channels. Let's see what you guys want. So this podcast is meant to be something bigger than what it is right now. It's supposed to slowly make connections and become a network of different things. And Chicken for Breakfast is a great way to interact because it's life. It's supposed to be a life podcast. So now we're talking about just current events and things going on in life. And I think that's a really great way to open up because we can talk about anything and connect it to just how it relates to what's going on, how it relates to life. So I think we have endless possibilities with the podcast. So I would love if you would throw in the comments, if you're watching this video, and I'm very serious about this, if you are watching this video, subscribe. No, if you're watching this video, please go down in the comments and just let me know how you're doing, for one, because I really do care. I want to know how you're doing. But also, let me know maybe something you might want to see on the channel, maybe something realistic that we can do, something great, something amazing. I want to see the channel kind of start growing. I want to see a lot of new faces on the channel, and because it's great for practice for me. Like, I don't know if you saw our last video with Josh, but like the thumbnail, we made a thumbnail. That was something I learned. I had to teach myself, and it's gonna continue. I'm gonna try to keep doing thumbnails. So everything that we're doing, I'm trying to just slowly to build up and make this better. So I'm just kind of asking for help. How can I make it better? What do you guys think? But thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you guys so very much for your patience and your time and the amount of support that you guys show. It's truly amazing. So if you could, please leave a comment, do everything down there, just so I know that you're here. It would really mean a lot. But if not, that's okay too. Hope you have a great day. Hope you have a great, optimistic, positive mindset kind of week. You guys are awesome. And I know chicken for breakfast is kind of a weird concept, but at the end of the day, I enjoy it, and I hope you will too.